So Russian prosecutors are examining shocking footage of a coach and a player in Russia. It shows Valentin Pavlov kicking the boy who is aged 7.
Yeah, you say a coach and a player. The player's 7.
Yeah, 7 years of age.
Yeah,
so
the player's heading into second grade.
There's a lot of things that's going to be disturbing about it. You can see the action itself, which is clearly disturbing, and it shouldn't be tolerated at all. And then you see the reaction of the kid, which for me is the most chilling thing of the whole situation. The young child, 7 years of age, before he kicks him, he jumps in the air, which for me is a red flag that this may not be the first time it's happened. Mm-hmm. Once he gets up, you can clearly see he's distressed and he's hurt, but he just goes back to the game. He goes back into the position, and the other kids around him, they glance, but they don't take immediate notice of something so shocking that's happened. And to me, that again raises a red flag that this may have been a constant occurrence, and it may be culturally acceptable in this situation. I don't know. It's just it raises a lot of questions.
Yeah, I was looking for more reasons to hate the Russians. Thank God. Thank God I found one. No, yeah. I don't know. I don't mean to besmirch all Russians, of course. But there's something about authority in that country and this sort of peculiar respect for authority. But that coach has no business being around 7-year-old kids. And at the bare minimum, if prosecutors don't go after him, it's too bad he's not gay, because then prosecutors in Russia would go after him hard. Then there'd be no problem at all. No, it's outrageous. I mean, you can't kick a child. You can't kick a child. And the child, yeah, maybe it has happened before. Maybe they all expect it, or maybe they know how it goes. What's his defense, that he was showing you the proper way to kick?
I was going to say, brace yourself for the world's worst excuse. He claimed he was teaching Eugene Efimov, the young kid, how to kick the ball properly after the lad failed to show enough commitment in a tackle. So I can obviously provide my expertise here in the soccer industry. That is not how you kick the ball properly, because you're coming straight on and you're swiping your foot sideways to take the kid's legs away. I'm pretty sure if you're teaching someone, you would either kick him straight on in his shins to show him. So in terms of logistics, absurd argument.
I got a worse excuse. Restless leg syndrome.
It's just, I mean,
the good news is the kid is apparently okay. Although I imagine, again, it's not a little thing, scarred to some. It's child abuse, man.
Yeah, it is. It's child abuse, and I mean, my confidence in this being followed through with criminal action taken is reiterated by the name of the committee who are going to be carrying out the investigation, the Powerful Investigative Committee.
That's what they're called?
Yeah, they're equivalent of the FBI is deciding whether to bring charges for cruelty against Pavlov, but the coach claims his kick looked worse than it was. It's right there. There's footage right there. You clearly kicked him, and your excuse for one deserves you to be some sort of action, because it's a ridiculous excuse, and we want to investigate this guy to find out if this has been a recurrent instance.
Well, we'll let the investigation happen before we pass complete judgment. We don't know everything, and maybe nothing like this has ever happened. It is... if that was his intent, then then we've revealed all we need to know about Pavlov.
All right, well, let's hope we'll bring you news on whether or not he faces some sort of criminal charges.
Is that really the coach's name, Pavlov?
Pavlov, yeah. It sounds like an aggressive name, right?
It does.
It sounds like someone I wouldn't want to be teaching my kids how to play.
Pavlov's leg, Pavlov's kid, Pavlov's dog leg. Pavlov's dog leg. There it is. There we go. That's your banner.
This is, so to go back on, this is the final point I have to say. But after the video went viral, the youngster's mother, Valentin Efimov, was tracked down, and she refused to criticize the coach. That's, again, so we have to look more into it. Is this the way that soccer is taught here? Because if so, it's not working, because the Russian team's not that good. I know I can't speak from a standpoint here, because Scotland are pretty awful, but they're not that good, and there's just no way to teach kids how to play soccer. So I hope to see some sort of action taken, and we'll stay tuned to the story. Thanks, guys.